Hello everyone, welcome to Yoga Upload. I'm Maris Aylward. Today's class is a 1-hour Yin Yoga practice. It's deep stretch for the entire body. Now we'll need a few things. If you have a yoga strap, go ahead and grab that. If not, you can use any belt that you have at home. Another alternative is to use a small gym towel or workout towel. You'll also need a yoga bolster or any sturdy pillow that you have at home that's about the same size. If you don't have that, you can see here I stacked 3 blankets. So fold several blankets in such a way that the end result is this thing, which is approximately the size of your bolster. Now, if you don't want to use any props, that's okay. I'll show you ways to do the poses without the yoga props. So a smaller screen will appear to show you different modifications for the postures. Today we'll do a little bit of everything. Back bends, forward folds, side stretches, twists. We also do poses for the hips and the shoulders. We'll enjoy a nice long Savasana and then we'll close the practice together. In Yin Yoga, we hold the postures much longer than you would in a regular yoga class. So some of the poses will be held for 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and then we also have some shorter holds that are about a minute and a half. And during these long holds, don't go to your edge right away. Just take your time in exploring the posture. Allow your body to soften and release into the pose. Thoughts will come up, sensations will come up. Just be patient in your yoga practice and do what feels right for you. All right? Gather your props, hop on your mat, and let's start.
Start in supported child's pose. If you're not using a bolster, that's okay. Just bring the knees wide, rest the upper body and the right cheek on the floor. If you have a bolster, bring it in front of you. Rest your belly, your chest, and your right cheek on the bolster. Relax your arms by your sides. The first few moments of practice, there might be some adjusting or fidgeting, and that's okay. Give yourself some time to settle into the pose. Be aware of sensations in the hips, the inner thighs. Make sure there's no pain in the knees and the ankles. We have another minute on this side. And soften where you can. Relax your face, your neck. Relax the arms, the hands, and the fingers. Feel the movement of your upper body as you inhale, as you exhale. Last few seconds on this side. Now carefully lift up the head and switch. Rest your left ear on the bolster or on the floor. Notice any changes, especially in the lower body, and keep the breath going. Last few seconds in your pose. On your next deep breath, carefully start to release. Begin to push the floor away to lift yourself up. Take your time as you walk the hands back. Move the bolster out of the way if you're using one. Come up to hands and knees. Spend some time here with cat-cow and free movement. If the wrists are bothering you, use your fists on the floor. Inhale, lift the tailbone and arch the back. Exhale, curl round your spine. Relax the head. Do a few more rounds of your cat-cow. If there are any other movements you'd like to do here, go right ahead. Whatever organically comes to you, whatever feels good. You might move your hips side to side, move the upper body in circles, change the position of the hands, the knees, the head. Enjoy the movement, enjoy the breath. Eventually make your way back to the center for hero pose, Virasana. Bring the knees close together and the feet close together, sit on the heels. If this doesn't work for you today, feel free to use your bolster or stack of blankets to elevate the hips. Bring your knees together and your feet wide so you have room for your bolster under the hips, and do the next few poses from this position. Side stretch. Right hand on the floor, reach the left arm up. Move into your side stretch to the right. Keep pressing the left hip down as you reach the left fingertips away, and look in any direction that feels good for your neck. Feel the lengthening on the left side, and keep the breath going. On your next breath, carefully release back to center and switch. Reach the right arm up, lengthen that side as you fold to the left. Keep pressing the right hip down as you reach the right fingertips away. Enjoy the lengthening in the right side of the body. Look in any direction that feels okay for your neck and your shoulder. Deep breaths here. On your next breath, come back to the center. If you are able to, tuck your toes under and sit on the heels. Otherwise, stay on your bolster. We'll do some stretch for the front of the body and the shoulders. Take your strap or your belt, bring it in front of you. Your grip is about shoulder distance apart, and lift the arms up overhead. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, begin to move your arms back. If the shoulders are lifting up towards the ears, Widen the grip a little bit and relax the shoulders down away from the ears. We'll stay another minute here. Drop the chin down towards the chest as you continue to bring the arms back any amount that you can. No need to go to your edge right away. Be patient in exploring the pose. Enjoy the stretch in the front of the body. Stay a few more seconds if you like, or if you're ready to release, bring the arms forward again, let the strap go. Spend a few seconds for free movement in the shoulders, the neck, and the head. Come to all fours now. We'll stretch the upper back and the shoulders. Slide your right arm through the left. Rest your shoulder and your head on the ground. Actively press the right arm and the left palm down. We'll stay here another minute. Adjust your position if you need to, and keep the breath going. In the next few seconds, carefully start to release from your pose. Push the floor away with your left hand to help lift you back up. And prepare for the other side. Slide your left arm through the right. Rest the left shoulder and the head on the ground. Actively press the left arm and the right palm down to help you twist a little bit. Notice any differences between the right and the left sides. We'll stay here another minute or so. Keep the breath going. On your next breath, get ready to release from the pose. Push the floor away with the right hand to help lift you back up to all fours. Come down to sit. Prepare for bound angle Baddha Konasana. Do a little hip opening here. Bring the soles of the feet together. Walk the hips back. Tilt the pelvis forward and keep the length in your upper body. You can do this with no props at all, or if you would like to use your bolster, bring the bolster in front of you. And take your time exploring Baddha Konasana. We'll do the pose for about 4 minutes. Inhale to lengthen the upper body, and exhale to fold forward any amount. Gradually drape your upper body over the bolster, resting the belly, then eventually the chest. No forcing here. Deep breaths. Breathe through the sensations that come up in the hips, the inner thighs. In your own time, you might lower down even more. Maybe rest the forehead on the bolster. Or if you're not using your bolster, rest your head on your arms or on your mat. At any point in the posture, feel free to adjust, make any changes. A little discomfort in the pose is okay. Maybe some intense sensations at certain times, but make sure it's a place where you can stay and be able to breathe. No sharp pain anywhere. Let the mind quiet down. Let the body soften. We have another minute left in the pose. Make any adjustments if necessary. Notice any changes in the body and breathe. Last few seconds here. And slowly, mindfully start to come back up. Lift the head and walk the hands back. Pause and notice how you feel. Move your bolster out of the way if you're using one. Extend the left leg forward and bring your right foot to your left inner thigh for Janu Shirshasana, separate leg stretching. Use your strap for this if you like. Loop the strap behind the arch of the left foot. Inhale to lengthen the upper body, and exhale, fold forward any amount. Keep the left foot awake, but not too rigid. The left leg doesn't have to be very straight. As long as you feel the lengthening and the stretching in the back of that left thigh, left leg, that's good enough. Make sure there's no unnecessary tension in the jaw, in the neck, no wasted energy in your pose. Explore and breathe another minute or so. At some point, you might decide to relax and let go of your strap. Let the head drop a little bit, let it be heavy. Last few seconds here. Now carefully, mindfully start to release and come back up. We'll move into Gomukhasana or cow face pose. Bring your right leg over your left leg, aim to stack the knees. This might be enough. Or if you like, lean to your left, bend that front leg, and bring the left heel in towards the right hip. If this is too much for you today, elevate the hips by sitting on your bolster or your stack of blankets. Make sure there's no pain in the joints. Breathe here for about 30 seconds before we continue. And now we'll add the arms for your full pose, cow face pose, Gomukhasana. Option to use your strap here. Lift your left arm up, bend at the elbow, encourage that stretch in the left arm, left hand between your shoulder blades. Right arm out with your palm facing down and reach the right arm back and grab your strap. Bring the hands as close to each other as possible with the shoulders back and the neck long. Now if the hands are touching comfortably, then you don't need your strap. Maintain the length from your tailbone to the crown of the head. If it works for you, you can fold forward from the hips. Be patient with the shoulders. Again, make sure there's no sharp pain anywhere. Last few seconds here. And carefully start to release and come back up. Take your time letting go of your hands or your strap. Notice how the shoulders feel. Keep the legs here, we'll add a twist. Inhale, lengthen the upper body. Exhale, twist to the right. Stay in the simple twist, or if you like, prayer twist. Left elbow on the outside of the right thigh. Press the palms together firmly to help you twist to the right. Look over your right shoulder if that feels okay on your neck. Soften your gaze, relax your jaw, and breathe. On your next deep breath, release from your twist, unwind your upper body. Release the legs here now, uncross the legs. Bring the legs in front of you and we'll prepare for the other side. This time extend the right leg forward, Janu Shirshasana, left foot to your right inner thigh. Use your strap if you like. Loop it behind the arch of the right foot and keep that right foot awake. If you need a micro bend in the right leg, that's okay. Inhale to lengthen the upper body and exhale, fold forward any amount. If the lower back is rounding a lot, bend your right leg even more. Soften the face, the shoulders. Pay attention to the sensations in the back of that right thigh, right leg. Explore on your own. Another minute or so. Take your time. Give your body the opportunity to stretch and soften and relax on its own. If you like, you can let the head be heavy. Allow the upper body to round a little bit. Relax your grip. Relax your hands and your arms. On your next breath, carefully release, come back up. Move into your cow face pose. Bring the left leg over the right thigh, aim to stack the knees. Stay here or lean to your right, bend the front leg and bring the right foot in. Make sure the hips are rooted to the mat, the spine is long. Or use your bolster to elevate the hips and do the poses from here. Breathe into the hips, the thighs. Be patient with your body, especially if this is an intense pose for you. Now we'll add the arms. Use your strap if you need to. Lift your right arm up this time, bend at the elbow, right elbow points up. Left arm out with your palm facing down and bring the left arm behind you. You might notice one side feels slightly different from the other side. Keep the length in your upper body. If the hands are touching comfortably, then you don't need your strap. Make sure the shoulders are pressing back, the neck stays long, chin is away from the chest. Explore on your own. Fold forward if that works for you. And breathe. If you're folded forward, carefully come back up. Let your strap go. Notice the shoulders, the neck, and the hips. We'll add our twist from here. Inhale, lengthen the upper body. Exhale, twist to your left. Stay in the simple twist or add prayer twist. Right elbow pressed against the top leg. Press the palms together as you twist to the left. Maybe look over your left shoulder if that feels okay. Soften the face, the neck. Also feel a nice side stretch here in the upper body. On your next breath, release, unwind from your twist, pause and notice how you feel. Uncross the legs. We'll prepare for a wide-legged seated forward fold, Upavishta Konasana. Face the long edge of your mat if you like. Extend the legs out wide. Option to use your bolster here, or you can do the pose without any props at all. We'll explore the pose for about 4 minutes, so take your time. Inhale, lengthen the upper body. Exhale, fold forward any amount. Notice the hips, the inner thighs. The feet are awake with the toes pointing up, but make sure the legs are not overly rigid. They don't have to be very straight. Just find that spot that works for you. Balance effort with ease. Make any adjustments that you need. And if you like to explore and keep folding forward, use your breath. Inhale to lengthen your upper body, and exhale to fold forward from your hips. Eventually bringing the belly towards your bolster or the floor. And maybe eventually bringing the chest towards the bolster or the floor. No need to go to your edge right away. Take your time. We're about halfway through our pose, about 2 minutes left. You can start to relax your upper body. Maybe rest your head on your bolster or on your arms. Breathe into the inner thighs, the hips. Allow gravity to do its work. Let your upper body be heavy. Breathe in any way that's comfortable for you. Take your last few deep breaths in the pose. And take your time here in releasing. When you're ready, start to gradually come up, roll up and walk your hands back. Pause and observe the effects of the pose. Slowly bring the legs closer together. We'll prepare for a supported back bend. Use your bolster for this. Place it behind you. And rest your upper back. Your shoulder blades should be resting on the bolster. Shoulders and head will be on the mat, or if you want a little pillow under the head, you can slide a blanket under there. Relax your arms by your sides. They can be bent, like in a goalpost position with the palms facing up, or you can stretch the arms out to the sides or reaching up overhead, whatever feels better for you. Legs can be straight on the floor or bent. Feel the nice opening here in the front of the body, in the chest, and the shoulders. This is one of our longer holds for today. It's about 5 minutes we'll spend here in this pose. Make any adjustments if you need to at any time. Things will change as we stay in the pose. You can adjust your bolster or your arms if necessary. Make sure the neck is comfortable here. Relax the face, the arms, the belly. Feel it move as you inhale and as you exhale. Let the hips be heavy on the mat. Let the legs be heavy on the mat. We have about 2 minutes left in the pose. Keep the breath going. Feel the parts of the body that are touching the floor, touching the mat. Feel more and more relaxed as you stay in the pose. Watch any thoughts that come and go without becoming too attached or getting carried away. Keep bringing your awareness back to your breath, back to your body. Last few seconds in your back bend. And when you're ready, begin some small movements. Move your feet, your hands. Maybe give yourself a nice long stretch. We'll carefully release from the pose and move the bolster out of the way. Bend the knees and roll to one side, any side. And once you're on the floor, remove the bolster, place it on the side, lie down on your back. And when you get there, bring the knees into the chest and wrap your arms over the legs. Notice your low back, your hips, your glutes. Soften the face. Stay here at the center, or if you'd like to add any movement, go right ahead. Sway gently side to side, or maybe massage your low back. Move in circles. And do whatever feels good here. Make your way back to the center and prepare for reclining twist. Drop your knees to the left, slide your hips to the right, and press your right shoulder down. Stay in a simple reclining twist with the hips stacked, or add on some stretches. Maybe extend your top leg. You can also bend your bottom leg, and maybe your right hand catches the right foot or the right ankle. And these are not necessary. Explore these options if they feel good to you. Last few seconds in your twist. And start to release from your pose. Come back to the center and prepare for the other side. Drop your knees to the right, slide your hips to the left, line up your head, your spine, and your hips. Press your left shoulder down towards the mat even if it doesn't reach the ground. Option to extend your top leg, bend the bottom leg. Maybe your left hand catches the left foot or the ankle to deepen the stretch. Stay in the twist for another minute. On your next breath, start to release from your twist. Unwind and come back to the center, bring both knees in. Last pose before Savasana is our happy baby. Bring the knees wide and lift the feet. Press your tailbone down towards the mat. Your grip can be anywhere, might be the thighs, the legs, the feet, or the big toes. Stay in your happy baby as long as you like. If there is another pose or gentle stretch that you need to complete your practice, go right ahead. One last breath, whatever you're working on here. And release from your pose. Prepare for Shavasana. If you like a Shavasana with no props, that's okay. If there's some discomfort in your lower back, you can use your bolster and place them under your thighs or under your knees to let your lower back release into the mat. The key is to make yourself comfortable. Relax your arms by your sides with the palms facing up. Feel the feet, the legs, and the hips become heavy. Let go of controlled breathing. Allow the breath to be natural. Feel the movement of the upper body as you inhale, as you exhale. Relax the neck, the jaw. Soften your tongue and let it fall away from the roof of the mouth. Soften the entire face. Feel the eyes become heavy in their sockets. Maybe feel a little tingling in the scalp as you relax more and more. We'll stay here for another 5 minutes, the most important part of our yoga practice. Whatever comes up for you here, thoughts, sensations, emotions, or sounds from the environment, notice these and let them go. Allow them to pass through you. completely surrender to Savasana and rest. If you need more time in Shavasana, feel free to stay longer. When you are ready to reawaken, deepen the breath again. And start with small movements anywhere in the feet, the hands, the head. Take your time to stretch and move around. Slowly bend the knees, roll to the right side, pause a few moments here, rest your head on your arms. Enjoy a few more seconds of peace and quiet. When you feel ready, press away from the floor, come up to any seated pose. Sit with the spine nice and tall. Observe how you feel after our practice. Bring the palms together in front of the heart. Bow the head down in gratitude. Be grateful for this time we have to nourish ourselves. Take this peaceful energy with you as you go through the rest of your day. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Namaste.